Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you saw my last vlog, then you will know that I am engaged. Yes, somebody has decided to marry me. What a fool. But no, this kind of past few weeks have been such a whirlwind that I thought I'd share with you what I have learned from being engaged, which you might not have realised before you got a thing on your finger. Maybe you've already been engaged and you can kind of reminisce from these times, or maybe you're kind of subtly dropping hints to someone to hurry the hell on and put a ring on the finger, or you just want to know what it feels like to be living in this engaged wedding planning situation. So here are my few things that I didn't realise before I was getting engaged. So I honestly can say that, you know how a lot of people kind of have an idea in their mind about how they'd want their wedding. Maybe they've planned it since they were a little girl. They used to draw wedding dresses, or used to have an idea in their heads that they want to get married in a castle or on the beach or elope. New favourite word is elope, by the way. What an amazing word. I really haven't ever had that. I just really didn't have a clue about what I wanted. But now I am obsessed. Literally obsessed. The one thing I'm obsessed with the most is Pinterest. I mean, I'm very proud of my Pinterest board. I've kept it as private because I do want to keep some of my ideas to myself and kind of be a surprise to the wedding guests on the day. But I honestly am obsessed with wedding planning. Why have I missed out on this all my life? I could have been doing this all my life of planning my dress, even though there wasn't even anybody to do it. Now, honestly, I'm actually a little bit worried that I have an addiction. If there is some kind of addiction clinic to wedding planning, I need to be a member of that. But every morning I get up, I think to myself, I really should be doing my emails, catching up on work. No, the first thing I do is whack open my laptop and think, maybe I should look into caterers, maybe I should look into photographers. That is the first thing that I would say about getting engaged. Prepare yourself for a new addiction. The second thing, which is probably the most standout thing of wedding planning, is it is expensive. I mean, extortionate. I'm not having that amazing thing where people go to Babington House where like all the big names go to and it's like £60 million to get married in. I'm not even doing that. I'm kind of having an in-between wedding, you know. We have had a little talk about having it in a pub. Although I know that we're going to be saving money, and I know it's all about the love and all kind of walking down the aisle and spending your lives together, I do want a little bit of a bit of specialness. So we're kind of going in between. But even the in-between is expensive. I mean, for a flower arrangement, I've been quoted something like £200. It is absolutely ridiculous. Photographers, wow. So if you're a photographer and want to do me a little deal, drop me a comment. Just all of these things that you don't even think about are expensive. So I would get your head around that it could cost a little bit. But I've also started thinking about saving. It has helped me so much. I mean, God, this makes me sound like an addict, but I'm a little bit addicted to going to Whole Foods and buy my food from there. No. Whole Foods, I'm sorry, I'm having to say goodbye for you for a little bit. I'm going to really kind of cut back on spending things on things you don't really need. I know that kind of being healthy is important, but I'm sure I can get, you know, my cabbage from another shop. So I think expensive is the huge thing in weddings. Kind of keeping with the spending money theme, one thing that you will end up finding out is you'll just agree to spend £500 on loos. So we're thinking of having an outdoor wedding, weather depending. Come on England, you can do it. Please be sunny on the day. So with that kind of comes a bit of a blank canvas where you really have to organise everything, and one of those things being loos. Now, I got a quote for a toilet, £500 for a loo. Yeah, alright then. I mean, I could go on holiday for that loo company. So prepare to spend money on a freaking bog. Another money thing, okay, so this is probably the thing, it's expensive. is you will agree to spend thousands of pounds on a tent. I know it's a very posh tent, but at the end of the day, it's still a tent. And we're spending, well, we haven't yet. I mean, we haven't really signed the dotted line yet, but we probably will spend thousands of pounds on a tent. It's a very, very pretty tent. I mean, I'm in love with the tent. I can't wait to show you when the big day happens. But it is expensive. Again, another thing we should be thinking about, get in the wedding industry, guys. You'll save yourself a fortune and you'll make yourself a fortune. Another thing which I never thought that I would say, now going back, really long story short, I took up art at A-level. I got told, I didn't quit myself, I got told I should quit after 2 weeks by my teacher because I was that rubbish. Now, I'm all about the DIY. I'm getting so into DIY, guys. I'm going to make my save the date cards. I'm going to make my little table favours because let me tell you, I am not spending thousands of pounds on, I sounded so, let me tell you, I am not spending thousands of pounds on those little almond packs that they like to call favours. I don't even know why they're called a favour. I'm doing you a favour by inviting you to my wedding and giving you a free meal. Don't know why I have to give you a favour for coming. Anyway, that was for my wedding guests. So I'm getting so into DIY. I've gone to card shops. I am getting a stamp made from notonhighstreet.com, best shop for wedding stuff. And I'm just going to stamp my way through save the dates. And then wedding invitations as well, I'm going to try and make those. My friend made hers, and I mean, she is brilliant at art. So I'm going to try and follow in her footsteps. Mine just will be really, really bad in comparison. But hey, we'll have more money to spend on alcohol. Yay! So with us doing an outdoor wedding, I have got quite into weather predicting. So there's 2 dates that we're looking at in July next year, and I've kind of ended up looking at weather predictions for the past 5 years. I actually feel like saying this out loud, I might have turned into a psycho. I don't think this is Bridezilla, because I think Bridezilla is kind of telling people what to do. I think this is obsession. So I've been on weathersomething.com, whatever the weather website is, and have looked at the average rainfall for July over the last 5 years. Now, this is quite a fact. The average rainfall in England is less in July than it is in August. It actually rains more in August than it does in July. So I'm hoping with those facts of weather, it will hold off. I mean, for me, that is the biggest thing. We're having an outdoor wedding. I don't want rain. I really feel sad about the thought of there being rain. And I've read kind of comments in kind of things about weather and weddings. I told you I'm obsessive. And people are saying, it shouldn't be, you shouldn't be thinking about weather, it's your special day where you're getting married. I really am. I really am worried about the weather. So weatherman, if you're listening, please, July, give us a good one. July 2018. Another thing that might happen or has happened if you've already been engaged is you will start doing Excel. Excel? I am so bad at maths, it is unreal. And our evenings have now turned into Excel spreadsheets. I mean, forget Netflix, it's all about Excel. And it becomes quite, you kind of think, well, maybe we can save a few pennies here, and maybe you can save a few pennies there. This should be a TV program, is how to save wedding money. There you go, ITV, I've pitched it. Employ me. I probably haven't got enough Instagram followers, hashtag just saying. Gosh, that's a deep. And finally, which I hate saying, but it probably will happen, you are going to argue with your partner over the most stupidest things. So far, I think me and Luke have argued about 4 things, which now thinking about it are hilarious. Cars, which is his thing, so I'll let him have the car, but we have argued about that. The position of the marquee, is it going to be facing the house that we're holding it at, or is it going to be facing the field? That has been a big debate in Shez Johnson, Buckingham. So that is my few tips and things that might happen along your journey of being engaged. I'm sure there's going to be loads more things happening whilst being in this period of wedding planning. So maybe I'll update you every now and then with one of these videos. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and give me a comment below. Tell me what other videos you'd like to see, and I will see you next week. Bye!